Hi guys, and today I'm going to make a game on Scratch where I code in questions and then you pick one and it reveals my personal answer. So in order to do that, we have to tick off these three categories to make sure it's successful. So number one, the question bank's complete. So we're going to want 30 questions so you can ask it, and they're split into categories, and then you should be able to see all the questions, what you can ask. Number two is to make an index so that you can see all the questions that you can input, get all the questions into the index, and make it appear when you click on the button. Number three is to animate it to blink. Also got a timer here, and you can see it there while I'm doing the coding on Scratch, and then that just lets you know how long I've been spending on it so that you have a sense of time. And then this is my new Scratch page, so make sure you check it out, and then you can also check out all of my new projects. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to do it as well, but for most of it it's going to be a time lapse. So you always want to start with the green flag, or if you want to click the character, then we want to get rid of this, and we want to add in a nice AI. So I don't think there's any actually on Scratch at the moment. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find one, and then we'll replace it later when we're doing all of the animations and stuff like that. But for now, I think we should just pick a nice face. So let's go with the octopus. So because we're going to change it later, I'm just going to quickly get rid of all of the animations, although if you're using this as a tutorial, you don't need to do this. So we want to go into sensing and click what's your name. I'm not going to commentate through the whole thing, it's just to show you now. And then we want to change it to something like hi, and then we wait for them to respond, and then after that then that's where we'll have all our questions. So we're just going to have this guy here, and then we might want to put his size up to 125 just so he's nicer on the screen. Anyway, I'm going to go into time lapse now so that you guys can see the finishing results. Hi guys, so I'm back. It's been 1.5 hours now, and this is where I've got to. So I've done quite a bit of coding and I've got all the questions in. And if I quickly just show you, so you go in and then it says, hi, ask any questions, or in the index, or copy and paste from the instructions. So the instructions will be right here when you guys are viewing it. So then if I copy the message, what is your favorite color? Then it will say yellow because it's the color of popcorn. But if you still want to know the questions, then you can go into index and then it'll be up here. This stop all won't be there. This is just for me while I'm testing. So now I've got to move on to the arts. This is what I've got so far, but I'll catch you up once I've finished it. So I'm going to be replacing the octopus and then putting in some funky animations. I'm back. So I've just spent quite a while making this. It's not the best, but it's my first attempt, and this is my profile picture if you didn't know. And then I've put it in by hand and made it into pixel art. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add a bit of shading, and then I'm gonna animate it to be able to blink, and then code that in. So I'm finished with editing, and now we've got all of the frames set up like this. We did 6, so that's 2 frames per second. So now if we wait 5 seconds, then he will animate into a blinking animation and his mouth will move down as well. And if you look really closely, the pixels up here move as well. Alright, so this is the final result. So if I show you, it asks you the question, like, do we have any questions? You can click here in the index to have a look. Make sure it's word for word, capital to capital, and make sure you don't have any spaces at the end. Or the easiest thing is to copy and paste from here. So if you copy that, Control C, and then if you paste it in here, then it will tell you the answer, which is nice. And then if you give it a second, it will show you a nice blinking animation, and then the mouth will also move and the pixels up here move as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll leave a link to this in the description. Comment if you want more Scratch videos. Comment if I should make a part 2.